How are we doing, guys? Welcome back to the channel, and today I'm at Marshall's BMW in Grimsby, United Kingdom, doing a review on this gorgeous BMW R1300 RS. Right, let's get on the bike. It's bloody windy as hell. It really is. Look at them clouds. Oh. Good selection of used bikes as well here. So if you're at, in Grimsby or this area, get yourself to Marshall's BMW, and they've got a good selection of used bikes there as well. There's a couple of tasty KTMs and yeah, a few other bits. But today is not about the S1000RR. Today is about the new 2025 R1300 RS. So this is coined as a bit of a sports tourer bike. But one thing I will point out early on in this video is this particular colourway, the Motorrad colours, does not accept luggage, which I find a bit crazy. If you want the matte triple black or the blue colour, that accepts luggage, but this particular sport model, in these beautiful colours, I mean, just look at the colours, absolutely stunning. It doesn't accept luggage, which I just found a little bit crazy, but I'm sure there'll be aftermarket stuff that you could add on. So let's jump on the bike. I'm going to give you my honest opinion and honest review on this bike. I never ever feed you guys with rubbish. If I don't agree with something or I will always give an honest opinion and review. But you know, to look at straight away, I always look at these things when I'm reviewing these bikes and think, is that something that I would own? Is that a bike that I would buy with my hard-earned cash and purchase? Just from the offset, aesthetically looking at it, yes, that's a bike that I would buy. I think it's a nice looking thing. I love the motorsport colours, but if I was to do some touring on that, because I think that's aimed at, I don't know, dare I say, you know, gents and women of my sort of age, you know, like late 40s, that sort of demographic. I might be right, I might be wrong, but I'd say that's geared at 40s plus, I would say. So you've got sporty experience, but you've got the raised bars for comfort, and this seat, I mean, look how plush that is. That's super plush. But you know, looking at it, it's quality, and you've got raised bars, so again, that's going to add to the comfort factor. I like this. A few people said in one of the other videos I did on that bike over there, I did a review on that one there, the RT. That's got a similar thing. Let me just show you this. No, it don't. What am I on about? Oh, which one was it? I've done that many bloody bikes. I'll have to have a look back on my vids. But anyway, I did another review video and it had the same thing. It'll come to me in a minute. But anyway, this, I like that. I think that looks pretty cool. I really like it. But yeah, what we're thinking to the R1300 RT, if you had spare money, or you was going to PCP a bike, is that something that you'd look at? Is that, you know, who's that aimed at? Like I just said earlier, that's definitely aimed at the sort of 40 plus demographic, I would say. But yeah, BMW, a little bit of a letdown, and this is what I'm saying about my reviews. You know, they are biased, and I do give honest reviews. When I was told that from Ryan, I thought, oh, should I mention that? But I thought, oh, do you know what? If you bought this and realised that you couldn't put luggage on it, you're going to be cheesed off. So just that's one thing to bear in mind. If you want the motorsport colours, the sport version, where you get the Acron billet pack, let you get all this. This is nice, and dark screen and a few other bits. But if you want that model and that colour, you can't put luggage on. Anyway, less about that. I don't want to start this review off on a negative, because this bike's mint. I love the look of it. Right, let's jump on. Give it that start. Are you ready? And it always has that little wiggle. It's quite tall as well, this version. So I can completely flat foot. I'm 5'11", and I can completely flat foot. So Right, let's have a look at the screen. That's manual, which is a bit of a shame. I would have liked to have seen an electric screen on the bike. I think that would have been a nice addition. I'm not a big fan of manual screens. My new S1000 XR has got a manual screen, and I think it's a bit of a design flaw. The doodah, the adjuster clip, I've just got sidetracked to just listen to Aprilia Tuono. Sound gorgeous. It's on that side. It should be this side, because I don't want to keep my hand off my throttle. Anyway, right, let's oh no, it's got these as well, these short throw brake levers and clutch levers. I think just feeling that there, I think that clutch lever could do with being a bit longer, because braking 2 fingers, yes, clutch, I want to put all fingers on the clutch, and this end bit here gets in the way. But let's crack on and let's get out for a little blast on this gorgeous bike. Oh, look at that gorgeous bike. Whose is that bike? That's mine. This is a nice looking thing. Right, let's get on the road. Some nice cars here as well. Always looking. There's an M3 competition back there, which is pretty tasty, and a black M3 as well. It does look nice in that reflection. It does look nice. Right, we're off. And the quick shifter there, we go straight away. It's just BMW quick shifters are just, there's something about them, they're just amazing. They've got that absolutely nailed to a T. Right, let's get comfortable. That's a big old tree, isn't it? Oh, and I knew it. I knew as soon as I did that in a higher gear, it just pulls. It's that shift cam engine. It's amazing. It's got so much pull. It almost like wants to pull your arms off when you accelerate. Yeah, they're all pretty poker, these bikes. Every single BMW that I've test ridden for Marshalls, they've all got the same, well, the boxer engines have anyway. They've got oodles of torque, they really have. And it's a nice place to be, actually. It's very comfortable. I mean, that seat is super, super plush. It really is. I like the design, I like the look of the seat. That tips in nice. Tips in nice. Right, what mode are we in? Let's have a look. So we're in road. Let's just keep it in road mode, I think. Let's have a look. What modes have we got? Dynamic, Eco. Stick it in road. Right, there we go. And straight away, I'll just want to talk about the wind protection. Now, compared to my XR, I can definitely feel the wind sort of hitting the top of my chest and sides of my helmet. I think the XR, they've done a fantastic job of deflecting the wind. They've got like little deflectors on the XR which do an absolutely amazing job. I mean, it's not horrendous, it's not like a naked bike, but that's one thing to be mindful of. It is sort of naked, isn't it, really? And I can feel the wind just hitting the chest area. which is not a problem, but it's just something to be mindful of. Yeah, the tip's in nice. Tip's in nice. It feels confidence inspiring. And it does pull. It really, really does pull. I think they've nailed this engine, this shift cam technology. Woo-hoo! Yeah, that definitely pulls. So who is this bike aimed at? Well, this is my opinion. I think this is aimed at, you know, like I said earlier, 40 plus, middle-aged, who want sort of sports bike performance, but looking for a little bit more comfort. I mean, I feel really fortunate actually. I'm 52 and I am still passionate about sports bikes. As you know, I've got a Fireblade in the garage. I've got an old one and a new one, a 954 and a new 1000 RRR. I still love them. So if you was looking for a new bike and one and only bike, so if it was, you know, one bike was your option, this bike here is probably a good shout. It would be a good option because you've got the sporty characteristics that we all love, but you've also got the comfort of the sport touring of this machine. And like I said, the seat is very spongy. It's very, very spongy. In a good way. I mean that in a good way. It's very plush, very comfortable. But the pickup is very good, as you'd expect with this boxer engine. I mean, this is tried and tested, this engine. It's an awesome engine. And what I love about this engine as well, just the little characteristics. When you turn the bike on, you get that little jiggle wiggle. I love it. It's like it's wiggling its bum to let you know that it's here. So boxer engine for me is a big tick. I really like it, and it's got bags of torque. You know, you can be in a high gear like there, 6, and it'll just pull. It just pulls. You don't need to drop the gear. So we're a little bit forward on the bars. Nothing aggressive at all. This is a very upright bike with a slight rake forward, I would say, but I could quite happily sit on this bike for 2, 3, 4 hours, absolutely no problem at all. But one thing that's doing me nutting today is the wind. It is super windy, and this is when you need to be on something with a massive screen. But yeah, the wind, hopefully you can hear me okay, but that wind is potent. So one thing I'm a little bit surprised on is the position of the foot pegs. They are, and again, this is not a criticism and this isn't a negative for me, it's comfortable. I thought the pegs would be lower down and have a bit more of a relaxed position, but the pegs are like something I would expect on like a sport naked bike. They are quite high up. You've got that sort of sporty feel, which is, I really like it. I really do like it. But when I looked at the bike, I thought, oh, I'm sure the pegs will be lower, and you know, more of a touring sort of position. But they are a little bit higher than what I'd expected, with the knees a little bit forward. So, but you've got quite an upright dominant position, and with an ever so slight forward press on the wrists. So it's extremely comfortable. Just getting to different gear. I'm not a big fan of this clutch lever. The brake's fine. They've got, these are upgraded, so this is what you get on this the sport model with the Motorrad colours. But that doesn't work for me anyway. So the clutch lever, I don't know, that's something you'd probably expect on a sport bike with a quick shifter. That doesn't work for me anyway. I like the styling, I like the look of them, but yeah, that personally don't work for me. But it's not a big job, is if you wanted to swap them out. But yeah, the luggage thing, that did surprise me, and because you know, people, I'm guessing people would probably prefer this colour in the Motorrad. It just looks stunning. It really does look good. But to be told that you can't apply the BMW luggage, I just think that's a bit of they've dropped the ball a little bit there. And this is my reviews. They're always honest. I always give an honest opinion of what I'm riding, and I think it's important, because if you just talk shit and blow people's heads up and blag, you've got no credibility. So, you know, my YouTube channel, Mid-Bike Crisis, is primarily about me and my motorbikes and my journey. Really not about reviews, but this sort of comes as part of the turf, if you like, part of the territory that I get an opportunity to review bikes for dealers like Marshall's BMW, which I really like, and I think it adds some great content to the channel, and I know for a fact it's helped quite a lot of you guys and girls make an informed buying decision, because I've had plenty of messages saying, oh, thank you very much for the review that you did on the RT or what, you know, like the GS. People have bought on the back of my review, so I think I get great satisfaction actually out of knowing that my review has helped somebody make a buying decision. Right, I'm bloody glad to get out of that wind, I tell you what. Jeez, that's proper windy. I'm a bit more protected here with the hedgerow, so I was getting battered around. But we can't always review these the bikes when it's glorious sunshine, which would be nice. I was looking actually at the average temperature in Miami, and I think the average temperature is something like 24 degrees, which is, this is the right way, which is, oh, it just sounds so appealing. I think we get such a raw, rough end of the deal in the UK with the weather. We get such a short summer, and it's always been one of my gripes. I'm just going to pull over and just let this car past. But yeah, we get in fact, what we'll do, we'll stop and have a little walk around the bank here. It looks quiet. But yeah, we get such a bit of a raw deal with the weather in the UK. Just annoys me, to be honest. I just think, why can't we just have some sun? But yeah, it just goes too quickly, in my opinion. Right, I'm going to get my helmet off, and we'll have a little walk around this beautiful thing, because on these back roads, sometimes when I'm gassing about a bike, I can't hear the cars coming because I've got my helmet on. And someone bid me the other time. I was on here and I was talking away, totally engrossed, and car was coming, bombing down here. My fault. Completely my fault. So right, I'll get the lid off, and we'll have a talk around and talk about some of the specifications of this gorgeous bike.
Right then, folks, let's have a look at this brand new 2025 R1300 RS. And do you know what? This always happens. As soon as I start recording, what happens? Cars go past. I try and pick these quiet side lanes, like this one here, and then as soon as I start recording, the cars start coming. That's what happens. This is welcome to the world of moto vlogging. So up front, we've got this gorgeous new sharp LED headlight design. I really do like that. It's got a real proper, shall we say, aggressive face. I'd say aggressive, yeah. Definitely more road focused though than the R1300 GS, which is a completely different machine. But this is, like I say, this is classed as a sport touring bike Personally, I would say more emphasis on the sport than the touring with this particular model. But still, you know, it's unmistakably BMW. And this Boxer, just love the Boxer engine. So the power comes from that shift cam. So it's 1300 Boxer engine. It produces, I think it's about, in fact, I don't think, I do know because I asked Ryan, 145 horsepower and 149 newton meters of torque. So it's punchy when you're riding it, but it's really smooth. I'd say it's perfect for fast road riding and touring. But like I said earlier in the video, you'd have to find a different solution to get some touring panniers fitted onto this model if you wanted this one in this colour. The other two colours, the blue and the black, you can fit the BMW touring pack on the panniers, but I just found it a little bit strange that it doesn't work with the panniers. Just found it a bit odd, that. And I was looking at the spec sheet as well, and this is about 12 kilos lighter, so about 12 kilograms lighter than the previous generation, the 1250 RS, which you can feel when you're moving it around or flicking it through the bends. It is noticeable, that extra drop in weight. So this one's kitted out with heated grips and cruise control. It's also got all the usual BMW touches that make it a real brilliant all-rounder. It's a good all-round bike, I would say, this. But then motorsport colours just looks proper factory fresh. I really do like it. That blue, white, red stripe gives it that sort of M-Sport attitude. I really do like it. It looks gorgeous. I love the acro as well. Sounds really nice. I had the stock one. It sounds a bit bland, but the Krapovich sounds wicked. And these are nice little touches, like the little billet pack. You've got the little brake lever and foot peg, which is quite nice. Nice little touch. So the braking, up front, we've got the dual 310mm floating discs, and they've got 4 piston radial calipers. And at the rear, it's a single 285mm disc with a 2-piston floating caliper. Let's have a look at that. So while we're talking about the brakes, we'll talk about the ABS system. So it's the advanced BMW ABS Pro, which supports full integral braking and lean angle optimization. So you feel super, super safe when you're hankering on the brakes. We've got the 47mm upside down telescopic fork, where it's got about 140mm of travel. And at the rear, we've got the single-sided aluminium swing arm. Just come around that side there. With the Evo power lever system, it's got about 130mm of travel in there. But I think it looks pretty slick with this single-sided swing arm. So one of the big innovations is the optional dynamic system adjustment, which allows electronically adjustable spring rate and damping for the first time on a production motorcycle with telescopic forks. What that means in practice, basically in riding modes, the bike can switch between a more compliant setup for touring or for sort of like rougher roads, and a firmer setup for sportier riding. So what do you think to this bike? I think it's a really, really nice looking machine. I really do like it. What's it like to ride? It's super comfortable. It's got loads of torque. I mean, that shift cam technology it's brilliant. I don't think there's any other bike that can deliver that sort of that torque as this shift cam. I really do rate it. I think it's a real good little bit of kit. Good little bit of kit, good bit of kit. But to ride this R1300 RS, it's punchy. It really does ride really well, and it's super comfortable. So who's it for? I've been racking my brains as I've been riding the bike, thinking, who is it for this? I'd say it's for anybody. It's for anybody and everybody, this bike. I mean, look at it. It's gorgeous. What's there to not like? It's a nice looking bike. I just wish they would make the exhaust a little bit louder, because, you know, I would say that's more like stock. You've got a few pops and babbles there. I don't know if the camera's picking that up. I'll be honest, I think that sounds pretty stock. If it was me, I'd probably want to beef that up a little bit. So I'm not sure whether taking that acro, because that'll all be compliant for the Euro regulations. Not sure. I mean, look, the cat's massive, isn't it? Actually, that looks a bit better in that sort of satin finish compared to the S1000. It's got like a nice finish on the cat. That's one gripe on the S1000 double R. I think the cat and the single eye, the cat just stands out. It sticks out like a sore thumb. But yeah, this bike is really for, I would say, anybody who just wants a really, really, really good fun bike with the touring capabilities, which might sound a bit odd because I've mentioned this particular model. You can't put the touring panniers on, but if you want to go touring in comfort and have some sport characteristics of a bike that's got that punchy boxer engine, you won't go far wrong with one of these. But if it was me and I was buying one of these, I would go for the black and stick it up with the pannier system, because I think that'd be a wicked bike for going touring all around Germany and Europe. I think that'd be a really, really capable, comfortable machine. One thing to know, I would say, is the screen in the low position is pretty useless, I would say. I don't think that's great in the low position. In the higher position, it's okay. It's not mind-blowing, it's okay. So, again, if I bought this, I would probably put an extender on that screen, because it would make all the difference. Because as I was riding here, and it's not so windy here on the back lanes, but on the main road, it was super, super windy. And I was getting quite a lot of buffeting on me helmet about this section. So for me, I'm 5'11". I'd say that screen needs to be about, what's that, 3-4 inches higher. I know we always exaggerate as blokes, don't we? But yeah, about that much more. I dipped my head down about that much, and the buffeting stopped. So that would definitely benefit from a screen extender or a taller screen. So drop a comment down below. Is this a bike that you'd be interested in? Where do you see this bike sitting into your style of riding? Is that something that you'd have sat in the garage? Have you got one? And what do you think to the new R1300?
Right, I'm going to jump back on the bike now and head back to Marshall's. But I think that's been a really, really interesting bike. I mean, look, aesthetically, it's gorgeous. There's just no denying it. It's a really, really, really lovely looking thing. Is it for me? Is that a bike I would choose? I'm not so sure it is a bike that I would personally choose. Where I am with my motorbike journey, I'm still itching to ride the sporty bikes. And while I still can, I still want to ride those bikes. This type of a machine is something that I would be interested in personally, maybe in another couple of years, I would say. But for now, I feel lucky that I can still ride the sports bikes. I really do feel lucky that I can still ride them bikes, and I still get that buzz, and that's what biking's about for me. You know, it's not about practicality, which, you know, some people will choose a bike based just on how practical it is. Will it do the job? But for me, when I'm out buying a motorbike, I'll buy it on looks and performance only. I don't think I need that, because it has to be a practical bike. I'm lucky that I don't need to ride a motorbike for commuting. And if I was commuting, well, actually, yeah, if I had to commute and my lifestyle was different, I'd definitely have one of these. I think this is a great bike, and I think you'd be able to commute really well on it, but also have that sporty element of fun when you've left work and you want to blow off the cobwebs. I think I want to be left there. Absolutely like caning it and then realising, no, I don't. Got that wrong. I got that wrong. Oh. But yeah, that definitely pulls. It's got some bloody pack. It's that torque, isn't it? They've done such a great job with this boxer engine. It's such a punchy bloody thing. I'll just take it steady as I'm coming through here, because I just saw horses. There we go. Horses. I'll tell you what we'll do in a minute. We'll stick it into dynamic mode. There's a straight windy bit up here. Don't want to give it too much because it is cold and the roads are a little bit damp. Heated grips were nice coming here. A real nice addition. So, alright, put it into dynamic and see what difference that makes. Oh, bloody Bloody hell. Wow, front end was bloody pulling up there. So yeah, dynamic. On all these BMW bikes, the dynamic mode really does change the characteristics of the bike. Yeah, definitely got more punch there in dynamic. You certainly won't get bored of riding this bike, that's for sure. If this was, like I said, your one and only bike, it'd be a real good bike, because you know you've got the comfort positioning, but when you want to wind it up, stick it in dynamic, it's a different animal altogether. So what I'd recommend you do then, guys, if you're interested in this bike, get yourself to Marshall BMW in Grimsby and go see the lads in there. They'll really look after you. And it carbs through the corners nice as well, which is another nice feature. Brakes are good as well. Yeah, very good brakes. And I've done it again. I've come out reviewing with no lunch. Absolutely bloody starving. But it's 2:30 now, so I don't want to eat now because I want to eat my tea. My dinner, as some of you call it. We call it tea in Yorkshire. My tea. Look at that red phone box. You don't see them anymore, do you? Yeah, it's definitely raining. Not good. Not good. But yeah, that's one thing that I would definitely swap out, is that clutch lever, because it's sort of like just pushing into me third finger a little bit, which ain't good. It's not good. And I've got to ride home in this rain now, so I'm not happy. And one thing I forgot to mention actually is the visibility on the mirrors. It's excellent. They really are good mirrors. They're not massive, which I don't like. I'm not a big fan of like these huge mirrors, so they look quite sporty in their design, but the visibility is super clear. I can see everything in the back there, no problem at all. And that sort of concludes the review on this R1300 RS. As we get back into Grimsby towards Marshall's BMW. So I just want to say a big thank you once again to Marshall's BMW here at Grimsby for entrusting me to go out and review their lovely demo bike. Hope you've enjoyed it, guys. I'll stick it back in its place. I like that M3, that's nice. And I like that XR, that's nice, that's my bike. But yeah, come and see these guys here, brilliant. Really good service, no bullshit, just tell it as it is. A bit like my review. But yeah, what a nice bike. That's been a pleasure. And like I say, the rain's starting now, so I've got to ride home in this, which ain't good.
There you go then, folks. Thanks for watching. Hope you've enjoyed my little review on this R1300 RS. I think it's a stunning looking bike. And drop a comment down below. Let me know, have you got an R1300 RS? And what do you think to it? Or are you looking to buy one? And if you've got any questions, put them down in the comment section below and I will get back to each and every one of you. But for now, thanks for watching. Safe riding, and I'll catch you all on the next video.